The United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation.
Breaking tonight, the U.S. and Israel carrying out strikes on Iran, killing its supreme leader. Good evening. I'm Aaron Leedy. Our top story on this Saturday night, the conflict in the Middle East. President Trump says Iran's top leader has been killed, something Iranian state media is now reporting as well. Iranian forces also retaliating with strikes of their own against U.S. military bases in the Middle East and targets in Israel. Our team in D.C. has been continuously following the developments and joins us tonight on what could be a prolonged war in the Middle East.
I'm Atra El-Nashar in Washington. Joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran called Operation Epic Fury have taken out top members of Iranian leadership, including Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, a key objective of the strikes and a blow to the Iranian regime that will have major repercussions. In a social media post, President Trump says Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. The heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. This map of Iran shows just how widespread the U.S.-Israeli strikes have been so far. In recent weeks, President Trump openly weighed military action as nascent nuclear talks with Iran, as recent as Thursday, didn't immediately yield a deal.
We will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties.
Smoke seen here in Bahrain, home to a U.S. Navy base. Here is where Iran is retaliating against Israel and U.S. military bases. The yellow countries contain sites that have been targeted, red have been hit. Iran has been preparing for this, running provocative Navy drills with Russia, warning any attack would be met with greater force than what followed last summer's Operation Midnight Hammer strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities.
We learned lots of lessons from the previous war, and we will certainly teach the aggressors a lesson they deserve.
President Trump tells Iranian civilians to, for now, shelter in place.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Back in the U.S., many members of Congress, mostly Democrats, demand clarity on the president's objectives.
This sounds an awful lot like it could be Iraq War 2.0. This is war. This is major. These are major combat operations. And under the Constitution, that means Congress must vote on whether or not we send American troops to war.
Republican leadership issuing statements of support. House Speaker Mike Johnson says today Iran is facing the severe consequences of its evil actions. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, I commend President Trump for taking action to thwart these threats. In some of America's biggest cities like Los Angeles, New York City, and here in D.C., police departments are increasing or preparing to increase officer presence at sensitive locations like government buildings and religious sites. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
And reaction from Pennsylvania's federal lawmakers coming in tonight. Senator John Fetterman saying President Trump has been willing to do what's right and necessary to produce real peace in the region. God bless the United States, our great military, and Israel. Senator Dave McCormick says for decades, the Iranian regime has killed Americans, threatened Israel and our allies in the region with their ballistic missiles and nuclear ambitions, and butchered tens of thousands of its own people. They are the world's #1 sponsor of terror. And Congressman Dan Mueser says through resolute action by the United States and Israel, we are drawing a firm line, offering the Iranian people and the broader Middle East a genuine opportunity for freedom, stability, and peace.